Welcome back, another episode. Gretchen and the rest of her crew have been itching to find out what strange thing happened to the Twilight of Adam control group on day 15 of her experiment for the better part of the first half of The Wild Season 2. However, none of the teenage boys have mentioned anything thus far in their interrogations following their rescue from the island. Their time on the beach is not worth monitoring because there is no video of anything happening and all the mics just quit working. But midway through their marooning, something obviously happened to split up the group of boy castaways, and it's aggravating for Gretchen to be missing such an important piece of evidence. Even though Gretchen and her team are still in the dark at the end of episode 4, the audience finally found out what terrible incident led to the guys' breakup. That night, less than 30 feet away, Seth sexually assaulted Josh, while the other guys were inebriatedly partying around the bonfire with beer they found in an abandoned research station. Seth lost it when neurotic, nerdy Josh casually mentioned that charming, seemingly popular Seth is more like him than he realized. He then shoved Josh to the ground in the sand, stepped on him, held him down with his foot, and began to masturbate on top of Josh. It is revealed the following morning that Gretchen is Seth's inside operative, and that he is the group's Nora. He made up some stories to tell one of the cameras in order to justify Josh's behavior shift, and he then surreptitiously turned off all the beach microphones to guarantee that the attack remained under wraps. But Kieran was the first to see that Josh wasn't right, and as Josh came clean about what had happened, Kieran intended to get even with Seth right away. In the end, all of the boys decide to exclude Seth from the group, including Seth's stepbrother Henry. Raph, unwilling to accept that his friend Seth would ever do such a thing, doesn't take a side. Gretchen is just holding her breath, waiting for these young men to blow it. We didn't want to make some story about a group of utterly corrupt men who are going ape on each other on this island, but we were ultimately chasing an outcome where they would fail. And then I actually had a terrifying story about a guy I knew in high school who had kind of attacked another student in a power dynamic way. We had all heard the tale about him attending a different high school, but it was a fairly well-known one in my high school. Since Seth, in my opinion, is a product of a dysfunctional household and a mother who did not provide him with love or affirmation, we did disclose his past. Indeed, we knew Josh would end up tormenting Bo, who is more vulnerable than he is, based on the way he interprets and responds to what happened. It's simply the realization of what actually occurs to a person following such a horrible event. It explores how individuals enter your life and may truly cause harm, since Josh is a good man going through a tough time. Fortunately, a third season is on the way. I believe it will explore how people deal with the traumas they experience, as all of the show's stories, both female and male, deal with trauma of some kind, and growing up is a painful experience. By letting people know that others have been through similar experiences, whether it's Josh's journey to accept his identity or Shelby's discovery of her sexuality, I hope they will be able to relate to each other and give themselves a break while they experience similar things. Additionally, I hope it's a call to treat difficult adolescents with the utmost kindness, gentleness, and compassion. The final instance of Gretchen's mistreatment of Seth was, in many respects, the straw that broke the camel's back. Simply being a steward and caretaker of a developing sensibility, and a developing person is, in my opinion, really significant. For more videos, subscribe.